Hello, guys and girls. It's me again, Insane Gorilla. Welcome back to What If Asta was the son of Igneel? And the tattoo, well, Natsu with all the tattoos, that's what Asta's actually going to look like. So whenever Asta's not, well, whenever I'm speaking about Asta talking to others, that's what he will be like. Just tattoos and all that. And when he's out fighting or doing missions with the Black Bulls, he'll be wearing some armor, but still showing all of the tattoos. This is a redo of What If Asta was the son of Igneel, so his Asta's also going to have a sister called Lucy yet again. Now, some of you may get mad that I am redoing it after I just up and dropped the last one. And to those who were expecting me to continue that series, I do thoroughly apologize. Sorry. But I do hope you enjoy this one. And anyway, hope you enjoy. So where we start off is Asta running around a small part of the forest, of a forested area. As well, his father calls him, saying, Asta, come here quickly and come and meet your baby sister. As well, he runs up, saying, Yay. And because he's the son of Igneel, he ages a lot slower than everybody else. So yeah, he runs up to his father, as obviously it's Igneel, but in a human form. I couldn't find a human image of Igneel, sorry. As well, Asta has a good look at his sister. Igneel asks him what should they call her, as Asta just says, how about Lucy? Lucy sounds like a good name. As, well, Igneel laughs, saying, I agree. That sounds like a really beautiful name. You should be proud. You just named your younger sister. Me and your mother could never come up with a, well, name for her when she was born. As Asta just laughs, as, well, they see circles appear up in the sky as, well, magic arrows rain down upon them. As Asta grabs hold of Lucy as Igneel turns into its full dragon form. As he says, Asta, run, please, run and never look back. As he does. But someone grabs him, opens up a portal, and says, jump through there quickly. You'll jump you ahead 500 years. Don't argue with me, Asta. I know who you are. Go. As Asta jumps through, holding Lucy. And he, well, enters. He jumps out of the portal again after jumping through. When he, well, hears Lucy crying. As he tries to calm her down, A boy with black hair and golden looking eyes runs up and says, "Hello, is anybody there?" Well, he looks down to see a boy with, I'm going to say pink hair because screw it, and him holding a infant. As he says, "Oh my god, are you guys okay? Did you lose your parents or something?" As well, the boy asks these questions again and again and again, eventually realizing that both of their ears are a little bit more pointier than everybody else's. As he just says, "Did you come from the future or from the past?" As Asta just looks up at him, saying, "For starters, you didn't even give me a chance to answer any of your questions. And two, apparently I jumped 500 years into the future. So yes, I came from the past. Don't know why. Just that when I left, my parents were being attacked. Don't know who, I don't know why." As well, Asta gets a very strong whiff of elf, or of elven, well, an elven scent coming from the boy. But the boy appears extremely human, so he keeps it all on down low, as he continues to try and keep Lucy calm. As the boys, well, as Asta just says, "I need to get you somewhere safe, Lucy, so we can both live a happy life." As he looks at the boy, saying, "Is there any place I can go where people will accept us?" As he says, "Well, I live in an orphanage. I'm sure they'll take you guys on, especially since your sister is, I guess that's your sister, is, well, still an infant." As they both, well, all three of them go to Hodge Village. As the father, well, calls Yuno and asks, "Yuno, who are these people?" As he sees an infant being held by a boy with pink hair, as he runs up to both of them and says, Are you two okay? Are you lost?" As he checks them over, seeing if they're both okay. Really aggravating Asta, because a human's touching or holding on to his sister, checking to see if she's okay. And he, well, sort of jumps up, grabs hold of her, and, well, kicks the father away. Quite strongly, I might add. Be aware, Natsu's 7. Well, looks 7 years old, but as I said, dragons in this age very slowly, so, matter of fact, he's actually around about 9? But he looks old enough to be 7, so, yeah. As the father just gets up saying, "Hey, I'm just looking over her just to make sure she hasn't got any injuries, kid. I wasn't doing anything bad." As Asta just says, "I know, it's just brotherly instincts kick in to protect the youngest out of the group." As the father also asks how old he is, as he says, "Oh, I'm 9." Which catches Yuno and the father off guard. As the father says, you're 9, but you look young enough to be 7. As Asta knows enough about how dragons work and how slowly they age, he decides to keep his how slowly he ages down a notch. But he also knows magic to actually make himself look like the actual age he is. He just chooses to, well, let his body grow naturally, not using magic to get him up to speed of the actual height department. Because he needs a lot of mana to actually grow. So yeah, he just says, I am 9. Apparently my body just takes some time to actually reach the actual height. So like if I was 20, I'd still look like I'm in my teenage years. It just takes my body a long time to actually grow. As the father just says, were you experimented on as a kid? Like when you were born or something? As Asta just says, no, it just runs in my family. Keeping it on the down low that he's not actually human. He's the son of the fire dragon king Igneel. As well, a few months passed. What passed by? As a woman with red hair, well, dark orange hair, or reddish orangish hair, and yellow eyes. No, fiery yellow eyes, I think. Walks up to the orphanage, and she, sort of opens it up as the father says, "Hello, madam. How are you today?" And she says, "I'm fine, just wandering around." As the father says, "Are you looking to adopt any of the children?" Well, she just says, matter of fact, yes, I am. As she gets asked what's her name, as she just says, Leon Familiar. No, Mela Leonis of the Familian family. As the father shouts, Jesus, and then you better not start burning things down in here. This is an orphanage, not a place to be set on fire. Although that one kid sets things on fire pretty quick. And she sort of asks, what kid? As he calls Asta. As Asta sort of walks out, she sees a kid with tattoos that she thinks is actually wrong. And she says, do you allow kids to get tattoos when they are young? As well, the father just says he had the tattoos on when I first saw him. And be aware, he is 9 years old. By the way, his body takes a long. According to him, his body takes a long time to actually reach the actual age that you're supposed to be at. As Mereoleona just says, that's interesting. As she says, so your name's Asta, right? As he just shakes his head up and down, saying, yes, that's me. And she says, how would you like to be adopted by someone who uses fire as well? As she sets her own arm on fire. As Asta just says, sure, why not? But as long as I get to bring my sister with me. As Mereoleona just looks up at the father saying, sister? As Asta just runs into his room, followed by the father and Mereoleona. But as they reach the door, they hear, calm down, Lucy, please. Brother's here. Your brother's here. As they both walk in, see Lucy crying with Asta holding her. As, well, he just rocks her back to sleep. As Mereoleona just walks over, saying, I don't see why not. It'll be bad enough if I left her here without you. I doubt the father would even be able to calm her down. Which Yuno just walks in saying, he's not the only one who can calm her down. Anybody with positive emotions, I believe, are able to calm her down. Almost like water. How calming and relaxing it can be. Everybody around here is just a bundle of noise. So Asta usually keeps her away from everybody else. It's either me, Asta, or the father who can walk in to calm her down. Sister Lily tries to calm her down, but Sister Lily just can't cope with her. Mainly because she decides to bring everybody else in as well. As finishes explaining, Asta then still holds on to Lucy, saying, well, that's the bad thing about Lucy. She can be quiet, but she also can be very boisterous when she is hungry. A bit like me when I was younger. As the father knows Asta's actually from the past, he just makes up a story to Mereoleona, saying when he first arrived here, his father just kicked him and said, I don't want this useless child, and left. He has one hell of an appetite, but his sister is even more so. I don't know why. As Mereoleona says, fine by me. I'll take him. I'll take them both and treat them as my own. This one, Mereoleona's mellowed down quite a bit, so she's not, oh, I'm gonna beat the living monkeys out of people. Regardless, she can still go and do that. She's just mellowed down a lot. And she basically just says, can I hold her for a bit? As Asta just cautiously says, sure. Just try not to rock her so much. You might wake her. As, well, he passes Lucy to Mereoleona, who holds onto her, just like gently rocks her in her arms, saying, I'm no mother, but I've got a motherly touch, apparently. As soon as she says that, Lucy starts crying, which causes Asta to sort of chuckle along with Yuno, as Mereoleona immediately says, "I retract my previous statement." Damn. As well, she then passes Lucy back to Asta as she calms down. But then they all leave, leaving the orphanage behind. With Yuno saying, Will you ever come back? Will you two ever come back? As Asta says, probably not, but I must rather see you in the Magic Knights exam. Bye. As he sort of gives you a handshake as he leaves, with Lucy strapped to his back. And that is actually where I am leaving it, girls and boys. And I hope you enjoy this new redo. I've been meaning to come back to this for quite a while. I changed it from the last one. Well, from the one that I've already done. But I also lost all of the images for that previous one anyway due to my computer crashing on me. And for some odd reason it deleted all the images. So I had to go around and find them again. But leave a comment, leave a like, and subscribe. See you all in the next one. Goodbye.